Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is January the 23rd, 2020. Strong hand, having hype. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. In motion, value your wealth in Bitcoin. Offended by selling. Personal responsibility is new counterculture. Don't FOMO on alts. All right. Hello, my elite friends. Yes, it's light outside. It's the afternoon here in lovely El Paso, Texas. I'm going running after this. I am pumped. Tomorrow, you'll see me in the afternoon. Also, it's This Week in Bitcoin, 1:30 p.m. in Baltimore, and that is 6:30 in London. No excuses, you people in England. You better be watching tomorrow's show. We've got three great guests. Gigi is making his return. Who else is making their return? Oh, yes, David Bennett and Mauricio of Leiden, who's in Toronto. We'll talk about some Venezuela stuff also, because he's from Venezuela originally. They'll all be here tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Baltimore time. That is 10:30 a.m. in Los Angeles and 6:30 p.m. in lovely London. Hey, guys, if you are watching this live right now and if you've got questions, this is a great time to ask questions. Type in Bitcoin Meister or do a super chat, and I will see your question that way, and I will be able to answer it. Now, you have to follow those directions or I can't see the question. Hey, Ancient One, thanks for the 100 yen yesterday. Thanks for the support, Ancient One. Strong Hand 2024. All right, here's an article that came my way today. A new way of measuring crypto exchanges dominance. Cold wallet storage. And this is from Long Hash. And this is a good read, people. Here's some important quotes. Coinbase has by far the highest amount of Bitcoin of all crypto exchanges. And its holdings grew substantially over the past year. That was 2019. Moreover, that growth was relatively steady, apparently unaffected by the up and downs in prices. It is set to exceed the 1 million threshold very soon. Coinbase, guys. Coinbase, the company that so many people predicted was going to fail, to boycott them. They're so evil. They are going to have control of 1 million Bitcoin very soon. Over the last year, they have gained control of 150,000 more Bitcoin. They have 150,000 more Bitcoin than they did last year at this time, okay? They gained basically 1% of all the Bitcoin out there. They gained in the last year, okay? Soon, very soon, when it reaches 1 million, when they reach 1 million, I mean, it's just, they will control 1 out of 18 Bitcoin ever created. Will be stored at Coinbase. So the trend is clearly not controlling your private key. I'm yelling to the rooftop, baby, saying, dudes, if you really want to own your Bitcoin, you put it on the Trezor. You control your private key, okay? But what we have in reality is bunches of people giving their Bitcoin over to third parties to a point where Coinbase is going to control 1 out of every 18 Bitcoin in existence. That's amazing. That's amazing. And if you're one of those Coinbase people, you don't have to let it be this way. Take it off. Take it off. Proof of keys. Come on, dudes. Do it. Control your own private key. Take control. Personal responsibility. Yes, even though Coinbase controls 1 out of 18 Bitcoin ever created, something could go wrong over there. Something could go really wrong over there. Nothing is guaranteed. So be careful. But that is a fascinating statistic. And, we have so many people talking trying to talk about complex aspects of Bitcoin. We got to boil down to the nitty gritty simplicity here. Learn how to move a Bitcoin. I mean, it's that simple. I think many people buying on Coinbase, they don't even know how to send the Bitcoin. Learn how to send the Bitcoin so you don't have to rely on a third party. And then move it off of there. Move it off there. Learn what a hardware wallet is. If you have to start with a beginner wallet, you got to start with a beginner wallet, I guess. Now, another quote from there, Huobi may be the most interesting case. It jumped from 5th largest to the 2nd largest over the course of 2019. It has been alleged that the bulk of the Plus token transactions were processed through Huobi, which, if true, could have accounted for this dramatic jump in rank. Yeah, makes sense there. They started the year not having, well, they had a lot of Bitcoin. They shouldn't have any. People shouldn't be storing any of their Bitcoin then. And then by the end of the year, for some reason, they had a lot more. And the rumor is the Plus token. This Plus token thing, man, it really played a big role in the whole entire Bitcoin ecosystem. I mean, hey, this is where the big boys play. Scammers can do things like this. They can trick people, take their Bitcoin, and then dump it all at one place. It will happen again. People fall for the wackiest things in this space. Guys, this is where the big boys play. There's a lot of dishonest players out there. Someone just had a question. Oh, there we go. Bitcoin Meister, is it likely that Coinbase will surpass Jim Jones in Bitcoin holdings? Well, I got to say, as many of you know, back in 2015, I gave a kid, my friend's kid, well, the day of his for his bris, I gave him 0.1 Bitcoin, and that little boy now, what's he? He's going to be 5 years old in May. He has more Bitcoin than Jim Jones. Pound that like button. All right. So, but again, I mean, I just want to go back to Coinbase, because people did predict doom and gloom for Coinbase. Dude, they're not going anywhere. They have 1 million Bitcoin under their control. I mean, that's amazing. That really is in their cold water. So the bigger point of that article was for those people trying to judge exchanges. Well, it looks like Coinbase is the biggest one because they have the most Bitcoin in cold storage. Because you can't fake that. You can't fake that if you've got the public address at least. All right. I really don't care that much about exchanges because I don't mess with them. I've never sold the Bitcoin for fiat. Why would I go to coin? When I messed with Coinbase is when I was buying Bitcoin. Oh, and I'm glad I was buying back in those days. Pound that like button. All right. By the way, I mean, I must have made it in the world. There's some dude out there on Facebook pretending to be me, pumping cloud mining of all things. Yeah, that's pretty believable. If people fall for that, some fake Adam Meister talking about cloud mining, I don't know what to say, man. Have you not paid attention to one word I've said during this 6-year period on YouTube or however long I've been here? But thank you to the person who reported that person on Facebook. And yeah, just another bad taste in my mouth for Facebook. Some people do. I do have a Facebook page there, a Bitcoin Meister one. It's facebook.com/disruptmeister. That is how if you want to interact with me that way, that's the way you interact with me. Don't go finding my personal Adam Meister page. That's not for interacting with me. And so, yeah, Facebook is and my interactions with Facebook through the Bitcoin Meister channel, it's so clunky over there. It is not. I mean, they're a tremendous social media giant. Okay, we all know that, but the way they interact with your non-personal page, it's so clunky and it's slow, and then you have people faking being you. I don't like. I've said it many times. Follow me on Twitter at TechBalt. That's the center of all this. If you follow me there, you read my tweets at TechBalt on Twitter, you'll know when my shows go live. You'll know all sorts of my podcast, everything, the extra stuff when I'm on other people's show. I love Twitter. I think Twitter is the best social media for learning. YouTube is okay. There's a lot of trash on YouTube, a lot of trash, and you get stuck. So many people get stuck in the algorithm. We've talked about this on the Saturday show. Be an independent thinker. Do not be a slave to the algorithm. Check out the links below. That's not algorithm stuff. That's you thinking, using your head, going to new sites, new people, learning about new people, and again, going to watching tomorrow's show. You'll learn about the best guests in the freaking space. People will give you new ideas, not some trendy people with fancy sets or graphics. Although Mauricio might have like a fancy thing in the background. I don't know. All right. And Gigi, you don't even see his freaking face tomorrow. Who's my other? Who else am I having on the show? I forgot already. I'm already forget. Oh yeah. David Bennett, he's got his own podcast. Good podcast. Check him out. All right. Tether Gold was announced today. Oh, man. Tether Gold. You think that it's fake, but it's real. And I linked to the Tether announcement. They made a Twitter account for it. They made it's linked to on the Tether site. There's an article, CoinDesk. Tether says its newest stablecoin is backed by gold in a Swiss vault. Man, it sounds like such a marketing gimmick just to get golden holders over here, or just to make Peter Schiff happy, or I don't know, to appeal to a certain segment of the market that's always been like, we need to have a gold-backed cryptocurrency, which is totally ridiculous. But for those people, this will make them happy and make them gamblers and trade and value their wealth in Tether even more. Do I believe that Tether really has a gold vault to back up their Tether gold? I'm not so sure about that. And I don't think it really matters. I think it's just a gimmick. And so if you believe it, then hey, you believe their story. You're gonna use their Tether gold, and it's gonna be another success in the Tether ecosystem of people just saying, if Tether says it's true, then it's true. Then this is equal to $1, or this is equal to an ounce of gold. Hey, if it works for you, it works for you. That's your thing. I believe in numbers, okay? I believe in mathematics. I believe in Bitcoin, okay? The real thing. But hey, Tether makes big claims. They got a gimmick there for the gold people. Hey, and I'm going to talk about gold in 1 second before I read these two things here from the chat. And thank you guys for the support. Roman Q says, Bitcoin Meister, for 2020 halving, are you planning on doing your doing your show as the halving happens? Currently estimated to happen around noon on May the 12th. And maybe I'll do it if it's, I'm going to be in Israel. That's going to be a problem because it might be the middle of the night there. Now, I am going to the Tel Aviv Bitcoin party, the halving party. I'm supposed to talk with them very soon about this, actually. I've got written down at least to talk to them very soon. So that day of the halving, which will be in May, I will definitely be in Tel Aviv. They will have a party there either, if it's on a Thursday, the party will be on the Thursday. Maybe I'll do I won't do a live show from the party because it's terrible connectivity at that venue. Horrible. It's just, you saw it last time when I tried to do something like that. But it's a fun venue to be at. And the Tel Aviv people, they do bring in, it's not just 95% men at their parties. I will tell you that. Pound that like button, but value your wealth in Bitcoin. But for those who'd like to see other things besides men, it's a good party to be at. And I will be there. But yeah, maybe the day of the halving in Tel Aviv, it'll be the middle of the night. Maybe I'll go live the second it happens. Yay. I mean, a bunch of other people will be doing it. Yeah, who knows? But good idea. Fun idea, Roman Q. All right. Sunny Bluff sent $14.99 in the super chat. Thank you. I need to catch up on your Friday shows over the last 2 months. Which one should I watch first? Well, Sunny Bluff, this is what I recommend you do. You go to techbalt.com. Not only is TechBalt, TechBalt, my Twitter handle, but that techbalt.com will show you all of the over 150 This Week in Bitcoins ever. So you'll be able to select which one you want. Which one do I recommend? I don't know. They were all great. I don't want to favor one over the last 2 months that sticks out. There's none that I could think of right now over the last 2 months that really got too wild or anything. Maybe I'll look. You know what? We got a little extra time here today. Let me just look here. I'll just go to techbalt.com. I'm practicing what I preach here. Which one do I recommend over the last 2 months? So over the last 10 shows that you missed. Oh, well, that was Blake Anderson one was good. That's a fun. It's always fun to have Blake on. I like that. That was 3 weeks ago? Yeah, I'll just say Blake Anderson one. That one pops out. We had a fun time that day. All right, pound that like button. Thank you for the contribution too. Now, I do the research live on the air. Oh yeah, and if you need shirts, they're linked to below. This is a fun shirt, isn't it? Satoshi Nakamoto, just like Satoshi Nakamoto. We don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto was. All right, mysteries, but don't worry about mysteries. So let's talk about mysteries here. There are a lot of people that just love to obsess over mysteries and get into conspiracy theories, get into doom holes over mysteries, waste all their time about mysteries, and then blame other people for mysteries. Gold. Someone had a question about gold yesterday that I didn't notice until the show was over because they didn't type in Bitcoin Meister. And we'll get to, I think, what their question was. But I gotta tell you, this gold bugging stuff, it's almost like a sickness. The people that are still gold bugging. I don't want to go too far on them, but I mean, I have a policy where I like to be around positive people. If I don't want to be around a negative group of people, I don't want to associate with negative groups of people. And the gold bug community is such a negative group of people. I mean, there's some positive people, I'm sure, but the people who are stuck in the doom hole over there, I mean, for them, gold revolves around negativity and the world falling apart and destruction. And Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is people building new products. I mean, what's gold? I mean, is there anything new going on with gold? I mean, Tether is using the word gold, but that's a cryptocurrency building something new. I don't know. It's just gold is filled with conspiracy theories. Why? Who is making the price of gold low? There's all these manipulators. Oh God, all this stuff. I don't want to be associated. I want nothing to do with it. And I've said this before, and I am very serious about this. I would rather own Ethereum than gold. I mean, that's me. That's me saying it. I know a lot of people in the Bitcoin space wouldn't even say something like that. But no, I much would rather. It's the past, and it's just I don't want to be associated with it in any way. And the more I've been in the Bitcoin space, the more I've realized this. Like, I want to be around building and newness and expansion and happiness, and just the whole gold thing. It just seems to be centered around such negativity. And to be a productive person in life, you got to cut yourself off from negativity. And that's been and so, yeah, people ask me about diversification in gold. Heck no, I don't want anything to do with it. So someone asked if your country makes Bitcoin illegal, is gold a good hedge against that? And so let's go to what I just said. No, it's not, because I don't want to be around anything negative. And here's the thing. Countries like my country, United States, they've made heroin and cocaine illegal. And there's plenty of people all over Baltimore up on crack and heroin right now. So just because your country makes the Bitcoin illegal doesn't mean you're not going to have it still. It's not going to be valuable. In fact, it'll be much more valuable. But here you go. If you don't like to have, and the United States isn't making Bitcoin illegal. I want to say that. But there are going to be some countries that do. So some people are going to have to worry about this or think about this, okay? Well, here's one of the beautiful things about Bitcoin that makes it better than so many other financial assets out there. You can just pick, if you control your private key, if it's not at freaking Coinbase, you can just pick up and leave and be in motion and go to a better country where it's legal. That's awesome. That is one of the awesome points of Bitcoin. So my hedge against Bitcoin being made illegal in my country is that I have legs and I can walk and I can get on a plane and leave with my Bitcoin and start anew. I'm not anchored down by all those fitting in assets like houses and children's private school and wives and all these other things that keep people in their countries and keep them anchored down. Bitcoin, it's if you've got your value in that, baby, you can just leave and start anew. That is the move to a jurisdiction. I mean that where Bitcoin is free, where Bitcoin is flourishing. But you don't have to do that. I mean, again, drugs are illegal in lots of countries, and people got all sorts of drugs. So if Bitcoin becomes illegal in your country, man, I guess you have a choice to make: stay or go. But it is an in motion asset. Okay. You can just go with the flow and leave and start anew. That is one of the beautiful things about Bitcoin. It's not about hunkering down in your basement with your gold. Okay, yes, look, they made Bitcoin illegal. Now I got my hedge. I could hunker in the basement with my gold and do nothing. No, the opposite. Leave, lech lecha, leave your father's country and start anew with your Bitcoin and be in motion. All right. So let's talk about someone says, are you, oh, I can't, someone says, are you a man going your own way? Well, that's a really big category. I encourage everyone to think their own way, go their own way. I don't live a traditional lifestyle at all. So I am indeed a man. I've got something down there that makes me a man. That's what makes you a man. Well, XY chromosome, okay? I'm a man, and I've definitely gone in my own direction. I'm a free thinker, and I think that's the very definition of men going their own way. You can still, and I mean, there's different levels of it. Some won't have anything to do with women. If you're asking me, do you have anything to do with women? I have plenty to do with women. Do I worship them and value my wealth in them like I basically used to do in my youth? No, I don't. I don't waste my time on that stuff. Now, again, in my youth, I did, just like I mean, that wasn't a long time ago, just like I used to party all the time. Everyone can change. That's part of going your own way, is that, you know what? I've done something, I've experienced it. It's been a lot of fun, but I know there's better ways. So in that case, yeah, I'm definitely a guy that's, I mean, this is pretty unique. I'm a unique beast. How about that? Pound that like button. I'm a unique beast. All right. So, okay, no, remember, type in Bitcoin Meister, though. I did see your thing there, dude. Very, very nice. So what happened to this? Does anybody remember November? It wasn't that long ago, November, that King of the Trolls was making a big announcement that Bcash was coming out with a $200 million investment fund for development, and exactly what they're saying they're doing now with their 12.5% miners tax that they're proposing. So what happened to their $200 million development fund? Why do they have to go this way? Did this just not happen? Did he just make a big announcement for the heck of it in November and we're supposed to forget about it? I mean, whatever, Bcash can go its own way. But I mean, someone did bring this up over Twitter, and it does make me wonder. I mean, it's pretty drastic what they're proposing here with the 12.5% tax and orphaning miners that aren't blocks that aren't going to be miners that mine back blocks that aren't participating in it. It seems like if you're going to be a centralized cryptocurrency, that yeah, just having a simple $200 million fund, that's better than doing all this miners nonsense. But I don't know, what was that? We're supposed to forget about it? All right, Any more questions? Yeah, and someone says temporary miners tax. Again, yeah, it's just supposed to be for 6 months. So many taxes were supposed to be temporary. Hey, we'll see how this all goes. Just be happy that Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin, and that back in the day, people did not take the advice of King of the Trolls. And back in the day being 2017, which feels like back in the day, but really wasn't that long ago. Time flies, dudes. So, but before you know it, it'll be 2023, and you'll be happy that you were buying in 2020. Strong hand 2024. Remember, tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. is This Week in Bitcoin. That's 1:30 p.m. Baltimore time, and 6:30 p.m. in London. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, pound that like button, bang that bell button. And I am so freaking happy I got this show done in the afternoon, and some dudes that don't usually get to see this live got to see it live. See you tomorrow afternoon, and thanks a lot all. I'll talk to you in the chat right now. Bye-bye.